No big deal. Just Conor McGregor in the middle of the night just says, hey guys, quick announcement. I've decided to retire.
No more UFC.
Yeah. By the way, he said, I'm retiring from the sport formerly known as mixed martial arts. Yeah, so what gives here? A lot of people don't believe it, and they think that Conor McGregor is just sort of posturing here, trying to get a better deal for his next fight.
Remember, he has been asking for a piece of the pie, an ownership interest in the UFC before fighting. Dana White told him to go pound sand. So the question is Conor McGregor really serious about it, or is this a bargaining ploy? And we're going to bring in the other side of that bargaining talk. That would be Dana White. Dana, welcome again to TMZ Live.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
We're good. We're good. First, your reaction to what Conor said.
Yeah, you know, I was surprised, came out of nowhere last night, but, you know, a lot of people were speculating that it was, like you said, posturing because of negotiate, but we really haven't been negotiating that hard. He said that in Chicago. I saw that, and he sent me a text, and I've never had a bad conversation with Conor McGregor since he's been in the UFC. So,
what did he say in the text, Dana?
Oh, he went back and he said, I feel like I should own a piece of the company. I said, Conor, you know that's never going to happen. But this was a couple weeks ago.
I see. Yeah. I thought you meant yesterday.
So he's
this was a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And then last night when he did. But listen, I don't know why everybody's so shocked about it. When you think about it, ever since the Floyd Mayweather fight, I've been saying you don't know if this guy's ever going to fight again. He's fought twice since he won in 2016. You know what I mean?
But Dana, I think some of the reason people are shocked is because when you watch Conor McGregor talk about his passion for fighting just the other day, and he says, I'm going to fight Nate Diaz, I'm going to fight Khabib. I love it. It's in my DNA. I never have to work again. I'm rich, but I love the sport. I think that's why people are so shocked to see him just tweet his retirement in the middle of the night.
No, that is true, and he is passionate about fighting. And you know, when you look at his Instagram, he's always training. He's in great shape. I don't know, man. This isn't just like any other sport. This is a tough sport, and you know, he has the opportunity to sit back. He has enough money to do whatever he wants to do. His whiskey is killing it and doing really well right now, and I'm sure he's going to be successful at whatever he decides to do.
Except that he said this before, right? In fact, I think he made a reference before the last fight that he won. He had said, I'm retiring, and then obviously didn't.
Uriah Faber retired too, and he said he's thinking about coming back right now too.
So the way I see it is he gave a hint in here when he took a shot and said, I'm retiring from the sport formerly known as mixed martial arts. That to me feels more like negotiating than throwing in the towel.
But what does that even mean? Formerly known as mixed martial arts. It's still mixed martial arts today after he retired yesterday.
But it's a shot.
I don't understand what that means.
He's taken a shot that it's not what it used to be.
Sport isn't what it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, it feels to me like he still wants you to give him a piece of the pie, Dana.
I'm sure that's the case. Maybe that's the case. But Conor has never come out, sat down with me, and said, I want a piece of the company. Here's why. We've never had that conversation. We said we did it in text 2 weeks ago. Like I said, I've never had a bad conversation with Conor McGregor in the entire time he's been in this company. You know, I love the guy, and he's got plenty of money. If he wants to retire, that's his decision. And I always say, when you talk about retirement, it's probably something you should do if that's what you're thinking.
Well, so you just said
if he came to you, if he did come to you,
he just said
right. If he did come to you face to face, and let's sit down and have a conversation about owning a part of the company, would you be open to having that conversation with him, especially if it meant he would cancel his retirement?
Listen, if you want to own a piece of the company, you'd have to put up the money to buy a piece of the company.
Okay.
That's good, Dana. That's
so
good.
Now we know how that conversation would
that's
go.
How it works.
Is there a horse trading, though, if he says, like, my next Khabib fight, I'll take half the pay for a percentage of the company or something like that?
I don't know. I mean, these are all parts of negotiation. I mean, if you wanted to buy into the UFC right now, the valuation is pretty huge. So
I would like to buy into the UFC right now.
What do you say to people, because we had a gigantic argument in the newsroom this morning about this. What do you say to people that believe that the UFC won't be as big or cannot survive without Conor McGregor?
I've been hearing that for 20 years. I've been hearing that when every star was coming at the end of their career, people have been saying that to me for 20 years. When we sold the company, Ari paid too much, and the UFC is dead now. They're not going to get a television deal, and I hear this stuff every day. First of all, nobody knows what we're working on. Nobody knows anything about this sport. Nobody, not even the so-called experts, because all this stuff is new. Everything that we're doing, we've been the trailblazers in this business for the last 20 years, and we're going to be for the next 20 years too. The stuff that we're working on is so huge and so next level, and it's amazing when we have stars like George St. Pierre and Anderson Silva and Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
But it's part of sports. There will be others.
Oh, I love the way you approach business, Dana. That's an Anthony Kiedis guitar behind you.
That is that's
Flea. It's a Flea bass. Flea. You thought you were going to be so. Darn it! I remember that from Objectified.
Oh, man.
Dana, I love the way you approach things. And that's why you're so successful. Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Well, good
so
luck,
much,
man.
Dana.
With or
Have
without
a good day,
Conor.
guys.